inside for a second. That's it. I gotta keep it moving. Nobody's stopping me today. And I know, cause I can taste the pressure. Guess that's my fear getting in the way. Even though a day don't go by without me thinking there's something missing in my life. And no matter how far I go, I'll always have what I need to know. And even if I cry all day, I'll be stronger for tomorrow. Shit, I'm too cute to cry all day. I decided to let go. Huh? Oh, thank you. So I gotta...
It's your girl Reese. We are in Los Angeles, California, in the Rose Garden at USC, and this is THEOREMATIC. You know, I'm fully aware that, you know, when someone comes, that there's I'm fully aware that there's the possibility of someone who's come to my show who's never seen me perform, but who's always wanted to see me perform. So I always do songs from my first album, and I like doing songs from my first album. You know, that was my introduction, you know what I mean, to the music industry, and to not having to get up at 6 o'clock every day, drinking the same cup of coffee, eating the same donut in the same cubicle space. So for me, I'm very grateful for it. And I don't understand how artists don't want to sing their first hits. I mean, that's how you got here. You know, it was a new job for me. It was like the newest, best job for me to be able to sing, you know? And every time I sing those songs, that's kind of where I get reminded of, you know? So it's never like, oh, I gotta sing Golden Boys again. Like, rehearsing, I never want to rehearse those songs because I know them inside out. I've sang them at least, I've done 10,000 hours with them. So I'm like, I feel like an expert at those songs, but I always have to rehearse them for the band. So I loathe rehearsing those songs, but performing, when it comes time to actually perform them live, it's great.
Now for all the times you must go, notice all the things
you know, a lot of people, they want to know, like, are you bitter, or like, how do you feel the fact that, you know, a lot of people out there feel like I should be a way larger artist as far as popularity is concerned, and a lot of people ask me how do I feel about it. And you know, business is business. You know, someone gave me a lot of money to make an album, and they want their money back afterwards. They want to, you know, they put it out, they did all the things they said they were going to do, and in order to make money, and if I made more than I spent, then I would see it, you know, at the point where it's just like any other business. If someone gives you money to create something, and they give you all the means to do it, they own it, and you don't own it or have the possibility to even own it until you give them their money back for it. And you know, it's simple. It's just like a loan. It's like a car loan. You know, it's not that big of a deal. So I can't be bitter. I know what I signed on to. You know, I was 21 when I signed my deal. I wasn't 12. So you know, I talked to my lawyer. I asked them what is it. So you know, I was lucky enough at the time, early on, to have a great manager who wanted to explain to me the business and wanted me to know what I was getting into, you know? And that's why I'm not bitter about it, because that's how business works. Someone gives you money to make something, and you just have to pay them back before you see anything, and that's kind of just what it is. Now, this happens to be the music industry, so it's millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, but nonetheless, it's still the same. As far as being part of a clique or not, when I came out, I definitely didn't I definitely did not feel like I was a part of a clique, but I didn't care because my situation was popping. So I didn't have no reason to need any, you know, body to lean on except my management, you know. But now I definitely feel like I'm on the totem pole alone. And for years I felt that way, that, you know, I don't really have that crew, you know, where we all do the same thing. But that's, you know, I'm sure a lot of people felt that way, you know, a lot of trendsetters or a lot of people that are just doing their own thing and putting their own foot forward, with or without anyone, regardless of anyone. I think that's how it feels, but I definitely, you know, I've noticed that, and I feel like I would love to have a clique of other artists that do what I do. And I feel sometimes like, you know, there's people like a Solange out there that I feel like that's kind of like a sister in what I do, and like a SZA, I feel like that's a sister in what I do. But I'm not a part of anyone's camp, so sometimes I do wish I was, and it does feel very lonely. But when you're the first doing it, when you're the first, and when you're the forerunner, you're the first. So there's no one to look up to. You know, it's just you. It's like you looking back or you looking, you know, sideways, but no, it's usually just you.
Although you're an ice king, everything that you gave to me.
You know, when my first deal, when I walked away from my Geffen record deal, you know, I wanted to go to Hear Music. I mean, not Hear Music, yeah, Hear Music at Starbucks. That was the new poppin' thing, and you know, but they wouldn't take my album because they had to pay back all of the money. You know, that was like a $1.7 million situation they would have to buy, and at the time, I think the biggest art, you know, they had signed like Joni Mitchell, and it's like they probably were paying her that, you know, or they, you know, so it was like a situation where I definitely wanted to put music out. I just could not find a company that could afford to put it out. And, you know, but I thought that I was going to be able to find a company to buy it, because in the past, all I knew was that if I wasn't at one label, but I had an album, I could take it to another label and they would buy it and keep it moving. And why wouldn't you? I came out of nowhere and sold 300,000 copies. Like, why are you not fucking with me? You know, and how about this? There was no one around me saying that they weren't fucking with me. And even till this day, like, people don't say, hey, are you Reese? And like, they're like, oh, you made a whack song, or a whack this, or a whack that. Or, you know, whether or not they really believe it or not. They just, you know, I have a lot of positivity around me and a lot of people encouraging me to do it, but no one putting their money where their mouth is. But again, the only reason why, you know, the only thing that's going to stop me from putting out music is honestly the potential in which that situation has to blow it up or to get it to the masses. If someone, I don't want to sell my songs or give my songs to a company that's not going to be able to market it and blow it up. You know, I work with really great musicians. I work with really great producers. I work with really great quality songwriters, and it's just not right of me to just give it to just put it out and just release it on my SoundCloud. It's like, that's not right. Like, we take so much time and energy, and we live a certain type of lifestyle to be able to experience certain things, to even be able to write about the things that nobody else will experience. That's worth more to me than just paying $30 to TuneCore to put it up on iTunes for you guys to for it to just be up there.